We welcome now retired FBI agent and profiler Mary Ellen O'Toole, professor and director of the Forensic Science Program at George Mason University. Mary Ellen, good morning. Thank you so much for weighing in this morning. We know both the New Orleans attack and this Las Vegas explosion, they share one similarity, the Turo car renting app. Right now, the FBI investigating a possible connection there. What's the process for looking into a possible link between the two?
Yeah, it's a great question, and thank you for having me on. What the FBI and other law enforcement agencies will be looking for is, was there any communication between these two individuals? It could be phone, it could be internet, it could have been a meeting in person. So they'll be looking for any kind of communication or transfer of information, anything that would put them together to indicate that they influenced one another, or that their plans were more definitive and they actually planned that they would both carry out their plans on New Year's Day. So that's really what they're looking for. They need to have the evidence before they can say it looks like these two are connected.
So as we've reported, investigators are working to determine if the New Orleans attack was part of a larger plot or if the attacker acted alone. How does the FBI go about doing that? Where do they begin?
Well, one of the first places that they begin is to do an assessment of Jabbar and to look at everything that's connected to him. And by that, I mean his social media, his communications, his writings. They'll talk to friends, neighbors, all the standard things we've heard about so often now with lone shooters. They will know more about Jabbar by the time that they're finished than even his loved ones know about him. And that's key, because it oftentimes, when these things go on for months, where there's planning over a period of time, it's not possible to hide everything. So they'll be looking right now at his computers, his cell phones, and really the FBI has amazing technological expertise. So they're going to be pulling everything apart, because they really do need to know at what point did he start planning this out and what influenced him to decide this was the answer to his problems.
You know, another important piece of information they have as well is his resume. We know the attacker served in the Army as an IT specialist. What else can we glean, Mary Ellen, from his background that may help investigators piece this puzzle together?
Well, one of the things that's really striking about me is that for most of his life, he's in his early 40s, for most of his life, he's been pro-social. And what I mean by that, it looks like he's been fairly law-abiding. He's followed the rules of society. He's gotten a job, he got married, he served in the military. But at one point in his life, and it looks like it could have been over the last couple of years, there was a change in his life. And it looks like that was caused by some personal issues that he had with his marriage, with his children, with his divorce, and with finances. And oftentimes when you go back and you look at what happened in this individual's life to cause them to choose a very antisocial pathway forward, when most of their life they've not been like that. So that's really what the FBI is going to be looking for. What were the contributing factors that caused him to decide, I'm going to change the way I'm living my life, I'm changing the way I'm handling my problems, and I'm going to become very severe and antisocial in what I'm doing. And that also requires not only an intellectual change in outlook, but it also requires an emotional change in terms of how you view other people that you're about ready to murder.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.